Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today it's with great pride that I'm unboxing ELAC's brand new debut Reference Floorstanding speakers. These amazing speakers are part of just 3 in their reference range, which is a bookshelf, a floor stander and a matched centre. This consolidated, focused yet premium range has a budget price to it that will again cement ELAC and the debut range in people's hearts and minds as far as that performance and budget balance. Okay, so these are shipped as pairs in 2 boxes. So please, if you're ordering one of these and you happen to see one only, make sure you're buying a pair because they may internationally be sold individually. Here in New Zealand, we would always supply them as pairs. The packaging is relatively muted. Like the previous debut range, there's just a little bit of information on them. Rolling the box forward, there's ELAC's logo. As you can see, there's a pictorial, and on one end, this one, we've got serial information and scannable stuff from that element. These are sealed, like all ELACs actually, they're sealed with tape and staples. So as you'll be sort of aware, be careful with staples. Now, as we sort of pause and I remove the staples, these speakers are white by description, but there's a little bit more going on than that. You'll see it once we've unboxed them. The delineation of black and white in previous ranges, or even in the unifiers, is clearly a white. The whole thing's white, and maybe you'll get a black grille. In this range, it's very, very different. So rolling that forward, you'll see firstly that there is a double carton. So we'll roll and lift the first one off, getting rid of it. I'm going to roll it back over. We'll just have a look for a moment. It's a very plain, unmarked box, just adding a little bit of protection to the speakers in transit, and that's wonderful to see. Export markets are difficult. There's a lot of transportation involved, and you'd be surprised how many products that aren't well packaged end up with minor marks by the time they get to you guys. Okay, so opening it up, we'll see that it's well supported with polystyrene across the surface of the speaker. Again, we'll roll it over and lift the second box and get rid of it. It reveals ELAC's brochure. Now this is a user manual. Bookshelf, centre and floor stander are all mentioned, along with wiring and other basic information. The polystyrene supports some accessories. So in one end we've got 4 outrigger feet with spikes already fitted. I'll just put those off to one side. The spikes can be adjusted with an Allen key. Okay, so excellent looking. Again, as always, hang around for some photographs where you'll get to see some close-ups of these accessories and fitted on the speakers. There is 4 matching floor protectors. Now these have a relatively solid rubber pad on one side and an easy to identify centre pin as far as where to put the spike. There's also the screws which you'll need to put the feet and spikes in, and an Allen key. Foam from that packaging. From here, probably the easiest is to lift these up and then remove the top. Now this is a piece of moulded polystyrene and a piece of cardboard to help support the next layer of packaging. Lifting and slipping this off reveals the next part, which is of course the grille. This is sellotaped closed, and a simple nick gets it open. The bag for the grille isn't sealed, and it reveals a very, very good quality fabric grille. Nice style to it too, I'll be honest. And this is where we start to reveal some of the design elements that ELAC have introduced. Again, they're suggesting that it's white, but you can see that it's actually a wood grain. It's a light blondie sort of wood. They've chosen these colours to reflect people's changing tastes in furniture and other things like that in their home. Again, easiest now is simply roll it over, get rid of the last piece of polystyrene, and then slip both the polished cloth bag and plastic bag off. Having a look at the speaker, the first design elements are obvious. There is a time-aligned tweeter, centrally located, recessed slightly inside the box, and then a disbursement plate. Now this is a honeycomb in shape, and it's ever so slightly concave. All of these design elements have been very precisely utilised by ELAC to ensure that we have beautiful diffusement of high frequencies in the room. There's a dedicated mid-range driver, and beneath it 2 paralleled bass drivers, giving this product a beautiful, elegant, skinny look, but monstrous amounts of control on the bass and other things like that. We've got to look at the side. Now this is where again the white speaker, actually the majority of it is a wood grain. It's got a texture to the wood grain, which is quite unusual with things in this price point. I would expect that costs a significant amount more than a plain laminate. It's lovely to see that they've reserved some of these design elements for their reference range. At the rear, ELAC has chosen to utilise 2 individual ports. If I understand correctly, that one's quite dedicated to the mid-range driver, and then baffling and other cabinet brace elements mean that this is then utilised for the bass drivers. Following down, you'll see ELAC's an emulation of the scannable information associated with the serial number for the product, along with ELAC's logo and model. ELAC have opted for a single wire option with these, so they're not bi-wireable or bi-ampable, they have a single set of inputs. And I would suggest that's a perfect expectation for speakers at this price point. As the higher end speakers, you could perhaps expect that option. Down here, where we're going to be looking at traditional integrated amplifiers, maybe power amplifiers or theatre amps driving them, a single wire is more than enough. There's a great fit and finish to them. They're a steel binding post, very, very easily delineated red and black, and very easy to get the most out of utilising either bare wire, banana plugs or spades. The base of the speaker features already pre-tapped locations for the outrigger feet, and there we go. ELAC's debut reference floor standing speaker, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.